What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Hello, 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 welcome. Hello. 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 Welcome to another live stream here with Vladanoop. We are back after a couple of days. Peekaboo. 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 Hello. Hello there, Runners. How are you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream. I am back after a few days. Not a few days. It was just yesterday, right? What does it feel like forever? I'm back after just one day of a break yesterday because we were having issues with the simulator in general. However, those issues seem to be under control. Microsoft Flight Sim. It turned out that I needed a BIOS update. So after building my PC, roughly about 2 years ago, I had never updated the BIOS. Apparently, I'm supposed to update it once every 6 months. So I've gone ahead and updated the BIOS, and that seemed to have gotten rid of the problem. No, I don't think it was 2 days. I think it was 1 day, maybe 2 days. I don't know, man. But yeah, we're back, and I went and updated the BIOS. I reinstalled I did so much. I reinstalled Microsoft Flight Sim, removed everything in the community folder, uninstalled, reinstall add-ons, this, that. So yeah, in the end, updating the BIOS. I've rolled back the drivers at the moment, and I've put a different version of DLSS at the moment. I'm going to fine-tune the settings a little bit more after the stream, get a better version of DLSS to work in the simulator. It's going to give us a better visual fidelity. In addition to that, I'm also going to go ahead and yeah, in addition to that, I'm also going to go ahead and see what I can do in terms of my memory profiles. Currently, I have brought my speed down on the RAM kit slightly. Well, after the BIOS update, it goes to 4,800 megahertz anyway, but I've brought down the speed, but I've tightened up the timings, so that should give a similar or faster performance, I'm not sure. The Codes, hello there and welcome to the live stream finally, man. We're back. We're back. All right, so today we're going to be flying the PMDG 777, and we're going to be taking it over from EHAM, which is Amsterdam Schiphol, over to EDDP, which is Leipzig in Germany. So very short but enjoyable flight. Unfortunately, I'm a little busy today. Otherwise, I could have considered moving on from Leipzig on towards Gdansk in Poland as well. But unfortunately, I think I'm a little bit busy. We'll see how it goes once we reach Leipzig, and maybe then we'll be able to fly on towards Gdansk. But yeah, I still have some settings to fine-tune, namely the DLSS version. I want to put it back to the original. That's the one that gives me the best performance in Microsoft Flight Sim. Anyway, lovely looking livery, lovely looking aircraft. PMDG aircraft, it's looking really good. Particularly better than I remember here in 2024. For some reason, it looks great. Okay, given all of that, let's jump into our cockpit there. There we go. There we go. Okay, everything seems to be functioning. Let's go in and request our data from SimBrief. So today it's EHAM to EDDP. I can show you that quickly on little nav map. There we go. This is our route for the day. We are at Amsterdam Schiphol. We're going to take off from runway 24, which is a rather painful taxi here. We got to pull out like that and go this way and come down this way, and off we go. Okay, simple departure procedure, straightforward. And then into Leipzig here. We're going to use the ILS today. We're going to land ourselves into runway 26 right. Into Leipzig. Okay, great. That is pretty much it in today's flight plan. Very simple, very straightforward. The ILS is not shown here, but it should take us from DP 429 somewhere here, and we'll come in to land into Leipzig. Okay, brilliant. Let's put away a little nav map for the time being. Excellente. Excellent. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's come down here, go to ground operations. Let me request some ground power. Let's go back overhead. Battery on, secondary and primary external power on, ADRU on. All our cabin utilities can come on. I've still got that same fan control issue. I don't have a proper fan control software, so it just keeps acting really weird. Passenger signs, voice recorder, emergency lights, nav lights are on. Looking good. Okay, nice and easy. Let's go to GSX. Hopefully GSX works. I forgot to update it. Damn, I forgot to update GSX. There's a simple solution to that. Run Coatl for GSX. We'll do that now. And I'll let GSX load up here. Okay, but we've got a little bit of well, that's the first time we're cycling through the views. So, oh look, KLM 737. Anna says that seems short and sweet. I assume you're talking about the flight. Yeah, it is a short and sweet one. But I hope we are able to fly on towards Gdansk as well today, because that is the original plan. Like Sabrina Carpenter, lol. Yes, Sabrina Carpenter. I heard that she's like 5'1" or something. Never listened to a single song from her though. But I suppose you're right. The code ACE. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Cycling from the views is not too much of an issue. We're good. Alright, we're basically just waiting for our screens to boot up here. Takes a while on the 777. It's realistic. So just waiting for that to happen. In the meantime, let's take a look at some cinematic views here. Okay. Let me get GSX running. Can we get GSX running? For the love of God, GSX load, man. There we go. Request refueling. GSX request boarding. That's the name of our album too. Maybe that's why. Oh. Short and sweet. Is that the name of an album? I have no idea. KLM Royal Dutch. I'm not very current with with modern music. I have no idea, man. But yeah, pretty cool. I've actually heard she's really short in real life too. I have no idea. That's the only thing I can remember. Oh lordy. Okay, cargo doors opening up, jetway connecting. A little bit of a glitch with the jetway there. As you can tell, it's reconnecting and reconnecting and reconnecting. Hopefully that sorts itself out. But great views though, as we are coming into board our aircraft. Why isn't the door opening? I don't know. It should have been opened. Alrighty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have Rex Atmos running. In the process of troubleshooting, I uninstalled Rex Atmos from Microsoft Flight Sim. But I do have... Not Rex Atmos. What am I saying? I'm so sorry. I have Rex Atmos running, but... no, we don't want that now. I have Rex Atmos running, but I do not have Reshade running. In the process of troubleshooting, I uninstalled Reshade completely from Microsoft Flight Sim. By the way, Reshade was not the issue. So I need to reinstall Reshade. I'll do that after this stream, and in the coming streams we'll have Reshade available as well. But for today, it's just Rex Atmos controlling the appearance. No other Reshade presets or anything like that. Okay? Alright, I think we're ready to go here. There we go. We're ready to go. Excellent. Let's get down to our FMC. Let's pick that up. Position initialization. Let's go to our route. Route today is EHAM. And it's EDDP right here. Let's put that in. Route request. Let's get that in. Set the payload. Set the fuel. Select the route. Thank you very much. Route requesting in progress. We're going to move through this quickly today because route request send. We'll put the tablet right there, ready to input some performance information. Still waiting for the load button. There we go. We're going to load it. Then we're going to wait for the activate button to show up. Ding, ding. Ding, ding. I don't know, man. Activate, execute. We've all got all of that. Good. Departure, arrival. Now this is where we take our sim brief information. We view it. There we go. What do we have? We have EHAM at 24. Runway 24 out of EHAM using RNA 3 Sierra. There we go. Execute that. Go back to our arrival. It's a very short flight, so I'm going to input this in anyway. ILS 26 right, Koje 1 Victor. Done with that. If we come to our legs here, do we have any discontinuities? No, we don't. Great. Let's go to our performance initialization. Let's accept that. Let's put all of that in. Let's clear all of this. There we go. Thrust limit. Now this is where we come to our performance tool. Runway 24. We're going to input... Oh, sorry. Runway 2. Oh, God. Runway 24. Done. And import from the aircraft. Import from OFP. Import from aircraft. OFP. Why are they different? Why are they different? We're supposed to set the payload. Why hasn't that worked? Performance. Request that, please. Request that performance. This is supposed to be at, what does it say? 19. Fuel 37. Okay, all of this seems right. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, this doesn't seem right though. I don't know what is wrong with this. I'm gonna leave it like this. Import the weather, calculate. TO2. I'm gonna go there. Select the temperature 46. This fan speed stuff is really irritating. And then we're gonna go to takeoff here, flaps 5. We're gonna put that in. I love the tablet in this model. Yeah, it's really cool that you can bring it up here. It does help. CG 31 4.25. I don't know how accurate that is in all honesty. Wind 300/11. Let's put that in. Runway is 0.01, which will come down to 0 anyway. There we go. Reference outside temperature is 8 degrees Celsius apparently. I'm gonna leave that in here. And we've got our takeoff information and everything is working as it should, just like that. Okay. Your hand looks fake though. Yeah, I mean, this is not supposed to be realistic per se, so I'm not really complaining. I'm not sure about the performance data we've just inputted, but we're not gonna bother too much about it. Oh, look at that. Some frame rate starters over there. Yeah, it is because we're streaming and there's so many plugins running in anyway, so. I mean, I also need to control the amount of traffic here if you take a look at it. See, it's a little too much, you know what I mean? It's a little too much. So we don't want all this stuff. We don't want all this stuff. It's a little too much, to be honest. Injection radius on the ground is 50. We don't want all of this. 75. I usually put 50 for this. And I put like 35 for this. This one I remove it, leave it. This is fine. Default is 10. VFR flight limit, it's fine. IFR flight limit, I can put it on 60, and there you go. Okay, let's put that there. Let's put our local pressure, which is 30.09. FT on both sides. Speed, speed. Well, let's go to 76. That's fine. LNAV, VNAV is on, and runway heading is what? 236. So let's put 236. Okay, 236. Done. All of this is done. We're pretty much ready to get on out of here. Now we need to go up here, start our APU, because that is something that's required for our passengers to feel comfortable, right? So we're just basically waiting for the boarding process to finish up here. And that's literally all we're waiting for. There you go. Very nice. We are doing this flight during the dusk. I don't know what the time is at the moment. What is it? Live time. 20:06 live weather. Everything live. Perfect. Rex Atmos doing its thing and making it look really, really good in the lighting. We've also got some haze going on, which is really cool. I like that a lot. But FSLTL does take up quite a bit of frame rate on the ground. So I'm going to fine tune my, those settings were for what exactly? The code is, are you talking about what I just pulled up right here? This is the weather and time. Weather and time is what I pulled here. Weather and time, okay? So yeah, we are flying. If I switch it to live here, we're flying completely live. Live weather, live time. If you check here, real time, live weather. So there you go. That's what we're doing. Live players are off, obviously, but yeah. That is what I pulled up. Okay, I think our boarding should be coming to an end. Let's have a look at GSX. What is GSX telling us? Oh, come on. Before that, I pulled up settings before that. What do you mean? I don't know which setting you are referring to anymore. Oh, sorry. This one. FSLTL traffic. This is the one you're talking about. This is for the traffic injection, because I'm not using the default Microsoft Flight Sim traffic injection now. I'm using FSLTL traffic injection. That's a fly-by-wire. You can get it from the fly-by-wire installation. What? Anas, I think you deleted his... Yeah, Anas, I think you deleted some messages by mistake. Please stop doing that, please. But yeah, the messages are back. I can see them. I hope you guys can see them too. So yeah, this is for traffic injection, and I want to cut down some of these settings. I kind of put a little too much if I'm being honest. So let me just put a little, yeah, I'll just put it down. You know what? We really don't need, yeah, this is okay. This is okay, that's okay, and you know, we don't need anything more than that. We'll reset traffic as well, so we get to, you know, there you go, done. Okay, I believe it's time for us to check out what's going on with our entire boarding situation. But first, since we have APU running, let's release our ground power. We need to put on our parking brake here, so we can remove the chocks there as well. Let's come to FMC, progress. Yeah, we're looking good. Let's go to GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. There we go. Let's put this down. This fan speed is beginning to piss me off. Yeah, I need to sort that out as well. I have a lot to do. Okay, to finish our boarding process here, I'm gonna use a bit of that right here, sim rate here, so we can have a little bit of speed up there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to see 194 passengers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Want to speed through the boarding process a little bit here, so I'll do into 2, and that should help us. Yeah, it will help us a little bit. Speeding through the boarding process. Okay, so into 2 speed at the moment, just so we can get the boarding process out of the way. LL, a lot of LL. Let me also do something here, which is, I forgot what I was supposed to do here. Yes, door management. I still have to wait for the boarding to finish, don't I? Where are we at? 228. Come on, be quicker than that. Let's do 4. I just want this out of the way. I want our boarding process to finish up, because it's a 777. There's a lot of passengers. You know, 300. Almost full house today. Error accessing live air traffic data. Retrying. I don't care about that, man. I need to disable that from the settings. I forgot. GSX menu, 228 passengers boarded. Good lord, we're still taking our sweet time here. Okay, let me go to settings for a second. I think I want to cut down the live air traffic data thingy. So let me have a look at some of the online traffic type. Real-time online, no, off. Multiplayer, off. I don't want any multiplayer. There we go. This is what I want. This is what I want. Okay, save it and back. That will be slightly better for us. That will give us slightly better performance. Good lord, GSX, I really want my passengers boarded up. 278, okay. Still waiting. These doors can be closed, but we gotta wait for the stuff. You know what? I'm gonna be into 2 speed, into 4 speed. Come on. Get our boarding done. Boarding done. Boarding done. Boarding done. Boarding done. Come on. Disconnect that jetway. Come on. Come on. I know you can do this. Where are we at? 320. Okay, not too bad. Let's finish that off. There we go. Nearly there. Nearly there, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost nightfall when we are going to take off from here. I apologize about that, but nothing we can do here. There we go. Now we are ready to get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. Finally. Let's close all the doors. Might need to keep it sped up for a while because it's a massive aircraft. Yeah, that is why the boarding took so long for us here. But there we are closing everything. We are arming all the doors here, and hopefully it remains closed for us here. There we go. We got pushback. Somebody's attaching some stuff here, which is great. There we go. Now we are looking good. Our 777. No, don't show 3D thermals. When did I turn that on? There you go. I want you to show me 3D thermals. There we go, pushback getting attached. We can go overhead now. Let's turn these on. All of them on now. Can put that to automatic. We can turn these on. These will come on eventually. And yep, that's it. Let's go with our nose to the left, if I'm not wrong. Let's put on our beacon lights. Disconnect parking brake. There we go. Pushback beginning. It's time for our engine. Yeah, all of this is done already, by the way. This is all done. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna leave this like this. Let's go ahead and start up our engine. And I think we skipped through some of the checklist there. That's fine. Okay, 15. I'm gonna flick that open. I'm gonna go to this side. Engine starting up. For the love of God, why won't you just stop doing this? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's done. Engine number 2. Coming to life. There we go. Let's use this view. Flaps down, position number 5. We're supposed to put our parking brakes down, aren't we? Parking brake set. Let's go down here. Looking good indeed. Okay, let's head back here. Everyone has, there we go, pushback is gone. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. About to get that wave. All clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Taxi lights on, please. There we go. APU can come to off. We can get these just refreshed there, and that will get this running in just a bit. Let's go down here. This is normal. That's done. That is done. Come on. Before takeoff, flaps. Okay, fine. That is good. We are supposed to put this on. I don't know why PMDG spawns in with the wrong control there. But we're supposed to leave this on that XPDR thingy-majiggy. Okay, great. Let's release our parking brake and let's begin our taxi towards our takeoff runway today, which is runway 24. Okay, so let's give it a bit of crack up on the throttle to get the aircraft moving a little bit. This is the 777. We don't need a lot of thrust. Brilliant. Okay. There we go. Some cinematic view here. Which way should we go? Well, let's go this way. We'll be okay. And then we shall turn to this way. Okay, we'll turn our aircraft around like this. There we go, trying not to cross any lines there. Perfect. We are going to taxi to runway 24. Oh, look, someone's taking off. Okay, let's follow our taxiway down here. This one right here, so we can get ourselves to our runway here. If I can follow it correctly in cinematic mode. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I cannot do that accurately on that view. Should have just pressed the next cinematic. Why did I bother to do that? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Just like that, we're on our way to our runway. Yeah, we just taxi straight down here now. That should take us to runway 24. So you can tell this aircraft is very, very quick. Doesn't require much thrust to get going on the ground, even with 300 something passengers on it. There we go. I think that's much better. Okay, time to pump the brakes a little bit. Get down here. And our turn off is right here. Oh, that's a no entry. Okay. Fine. I'll turn off towards this one right here. Okay. Yep. Or this one right here. And then a left. That should take us to our runway. There we go. Good. Good, 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 good. There is our runway of the day. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead, put that on, put the turn off lights on as well, why not? Runway 24, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take us, there we go, good. Our TCAS can come to TA. I don't like the advisory, so I'm gonna leave it on TA. Before takeoff, checklist complete. we're about to get ourselves out of here. Okay, good. Good. Let's line up. Let's line up with that runway. There we go. Just checking my controls. Okay, good. Let's put engine thrust at 50. That is good. There we go. Ground speed 80. Ooh, very shaky here today. V1, rotate. Come on. Don't you dare be mean to me, girl. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Gear up. There we go. We can give it off to the autopilot so we can enjoy some views. I'm kind of enjoying hand flying this, to be honest with you. It's a bit bumpy today, so I like it. I'm kind of enjoying this. Okay, for the sake of views, let's go flaps 1 autopilot and let's try. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, leaving behind Schiphol. Leaving behind Amsterdam Schiphol. Beautiful, isn't it? Rex Atmos really helping us to look really good. There we go. There we go. Let's put our flaps up. Position 1. Let's get our runway turn-off lights off. Taxi lights off. Okay, everything else is looking good. Oh, we forgot to set auto brake RTO for takeoff. Well, that's not necessary, so it's fine. Standard on barometric pressure, transition altitude. Let's increase the range on that. Increase the range on that. There we go. Okay. Decrease the range on that, really. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, climbing up to 10,000 feet. Our cruising altitude today is what again? 21? 33, sorry, 33,000 feet, which is a long way up there. Okay, let's go to a quick cinematic here. There we go, climbing out of Eham, Amsterdam. Coming up on 9,000 feet here. Brilliant. Okay, let's go into before we do, check that out. Isn't that lovely? Alright, coming up on 10,000, let's go to our flight deck here and let's ask our aircraft here to go back up to 33,000 feet. We'll do a straight up climb here. 33,000 feet. Please do that for us. Thank you very much. Let's turn off landing lights here. Let's turn off passenger signs can come to automatic. Everything else overhead is looking good for us. Ooh, bumpy. That is not head tracking, that's just a little bit of a bump there. Yep, we're looking good. Everything here is looking perfectly in order. So we can go ahead and enjoy some views now. Switch on to cinematic and enjoy some beautiful views as we leave behind Amsterdam on our way to Leipzig. Leipzig. Nice. Very nice. Man, I love the wing of the 777, especially the end with the light. It's so cool. Absolutely stunning. Stunning views, mate. Stunning. I like this view. What is this one? I'm gonna save this. Hold on. Which view are we on right now? Which view is this? Forward right. Okay, I want to save the position on this one because it's brilliant. Schiphol is Amsterdam? Yes, it is. Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that is Amsterdam. Yep. Lovely, lovely views there. Look at that. Look at that. Rex Atmos doing its thing to make it look realistic. Thank God everything is going okay so far. Okay, let's now enjoy. Whoa, that was quick. Whoa. So the little bit of ghosting that you guys can see right now, that is what I want to fix by putting in the right version of DLSS. And quite frankly, I've used DLSS Swapper to change out DLSS, but I find that I get the best visual fidelity when I just use the default one, or rather 3.7. So if you guys are using DLSS Swapper and you're getting extreme ghosting when using the latest DLSS, I recommend you try 3.7.1 or 3.7.2. Try somewhere in the 3.7s, especially the lower ranges. So try that. One of those should help get rid of it. Look at that. That is beautiful. Let's have a quick look at that. Look at this. Man, this is what flight simming is about. The views right here. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Man, Rex Atmos does make a huge difference to the sky. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the wings of the 777. Nothing's as beautiful as that. Look at it. I mean, come on. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's very cool, man. It's very, very cool here. Everything is cool. I feel like the Dreamliner has a wing more beautiful. Yeah, I think you might have a case for the Dreamliner there. I'm personally biased towards the 777 because it's my favorite aircraft of all time to fly in real life, in simulator, and everything, really. So, you know. So looking good. Looking good. Is this? Hello there, V1 Rotate 320. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome. Got some full ATC coverage for my flight from Bangalore to Kochi. How did you get the ATC coverage? Are you talking about VATSIM or say intentions, or what are we talking about? Beyond ATC? Talking about beyond ATC? VATSIM. Oh, you got a VATSIM coverage. That's interesting. VATSIM coverage is hard to come by. I personally do not fly on VATSIM for a number of reasons. So it's interesting that you got coverage on VATSIM. I'm not a huge fan of VATSIM, if I'm being honest with you. Just not a huge fan of VATSIM. I do want to try it someday, and you know, it's nice and whatever, but yeah, so, you know, I've always said I'll try it, but I've never gotten around to it. Very, very nice. Check out that overhead view there. Had so much fun, plus some chill evening flight with beautiful scenery. Very nice. Do you have the airport scenery that was released by Inibuilds or Thai Models? Who made the scenery for Bangalore? Was it Thai Models or Inibuilds? One of them released a very good scenery for Bangalore, I think a while back, if I'm not wrong. So do you have any of that scenery and stuff? Flightsim.to has a lot of free scenery as well, if you want to check that out too. Nope, I don't have that one, but it's made by Thai Models. Okay, alright, that one looked really good. It looked really good. Glad you had a great flight. Which aircraft did you use on today's escapade? Which aircraft did you fly today? Very nice views here. Man, that's some picture perfect view right there from the side, isn't it? Don't get much better than that. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Okay. 737 MAX. Alright, which one was that? Is that the Asobo 737 MAX, or did you use the iFly 737? We're at our cruising altitude, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet. iFly 737, that's a great aircraft. That is a great aircraft. Let's jump into our cockpit really quickly, just so we can take a quick look at what's going on. Cruising altitude reached 33,000. Top of climb, we're early for our top of climb here. Let's have a look at our top of descent. Where exactly is our top of descent? TD is over there. There's still a long time for TD. If we come to our FMC here, we can take a look. Top of climb is still 14 nautical miles away. We're doing good. So there you go. Okay. We're doing well. Everything going according to plan here. Nothing else for us to do. We can stow this away if we want to. We can stow this away as well. So there you go. There you go. That's pretty cool. I know. There we go. I've been planning to get my hands on the iFly 737. Let's go back to some views here. It is a great aircraft, and I've only heard some great things about it. Yeah, our views are looking fantastic. Look at that. Look at the clouds right there. Rex Atmos doing its job. The sky looks more realistic than ever before. Very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I ever heard of Rex Atmos, it was before 2024 even came out, while we were still flying in 2020. I heard about Rex Atmos, and I wasn't sold. I thought it was just an overhyped, extremely unnecessary add-on. Even in 2020, that's what I thought. But even with the improvements from 2020 to 2024, I will say Rex Atmos is an absolute incredible add-on that's definitely worth buying from, especially if you pick it up from like Just Flight or something like that. It's definitely a great add-on that I recommend everyone should have, to be honest with you. I've changed my mind completely about Rex Atmos. It's incredible. Anna says, can you show us the plan on little nav map before top of descent? I did show you guys the little the plan on little nav map, but I will show it to you again right before top of descent. Mr. Runners, don't you worry. Is that the terminator line right there between night and day? I believe we're looking at it. I believe yeah, there we go. There's our night and day line right there. We are flying into the night, ladies and gentlemen, leaving behind the day. What a fortuitous, very fortuitous timing right there. Today's been a long day for me so far. Well, not exactly very long. I slept longer than I wanted to today, but it's been a long day. But I had to come in and do a little bit of streaming for you guys because we did miss quite a bit because of the issues I've been having with the simulator. I just need to fine-tune a little bit more, which will happen very, very soon, guys. I'm just fixing that ChasePlane view right there, external southeast. Let's save that position right there, just to make it a little better. There we go. Yeah, I had also uninstalled ChasePlane because I believed ChasePlane was also the one giving me the CTDs. It wasn't. ChasePlane was doing its job very well. I opened a ticket with ChasePlane as well. I need to close that ticket because it was not a ChasePlane problem. That is not fair of me to leave that ticket open. Okay, there we go. We have transitioned rather smoothly into the night lighting here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We can see the Terminator line really, really well. You can see, let's check this out. Whoa, there we go. Ground is lighting up beneath us, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a lot to go towards top or descent either. So as much as I would like to yapper on here, I have to be careful because we don't have a lot left to go towards Leipzig in Germany, which is a very fascinating airport, to be honest with you. Very fascinating airport. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the day and there's the night. You can see the day behind us. And there is the lovely nighttime ahead of us. Rex Atmos even doing its job at this time as well. This time of the day as well. It makes a huge, huge difference. Very nice. Ooh, flyby views. Look at that. Appreciate that aircraft and its speed. Looking great. Look at that lighting right there. There is an add-on to improve aircraft lights in particular. I'm debating whether I should get it, because the lighting is already pretty great in 2024. Unlike 2020 where everything was really bad. So maybe I should get it. I'll look into it though. It's not that expensive, to be honest, but after all the investment I've put into flight simming, I have to count every dollar at this point. So let's see. I'll have to watch more videos on it. Let's check out some cinematic views here, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into the cockpit to check out what exactly is going on and what stage of our flight we are in currently. Okay, we're halfway, I wouldn't say halfway, but we're about 45% of the way there already, and our top of descent is not far away at all. So. Excellent. Oh, that's so good. I believe the 777 from PMDG got a massive update, didn't it? I believe it got a big update. I think they've added some new features and stuff. I need to check that out. I believe you can control the cabin lighting, if I'm not wrong. I'll have to check that out. You know what? Let's do that. Let's jump in and see if that's possible right now. Let's get back into the flight deck here. We're still on top of climb here. Oh, there's a long way to top of descent at this point. Anyway, nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look at... yeah, I can move freely with this. Good. Okay, where is our cabin? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Can we... Have they made this... No, they haven't. I thought they gave an update or something where you could finally control the lighting from here, man. That sucks. Come on. I was really looking forward to that. Can't control the lighting, unfortunately. We do have a nice little KLM in-flight entertainment stuff though. But yeah, we can't control the lighting from there, which honestly is a bummer. We try the other side. Yeah, I was hoping we could head back into the cockpit here. Let's go down to our no. Nope, none of these are what I'm looking for. Would you look at that? Got some issues with our tires. Obviously, I've been flying it a little bit. We'll reset that. It's not a big of a deal. I guess not. I guess not, ladies and gentlemen. I guess what I saw was in development or something. Somebody was developing it. Do I have my things mixed up? Do I have the aircrafts mixed up? I don't know. But somebody was developing that feature and I thought it was PMDG. Okay, topper climb and topper descent are right next to each other. Would you believe that? Yep, right there is topper descent. Our topper descent is not far away at all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look one last time at some cinematic views, and then after that we're gonna have to come back into the cockpit to take care of descent. We're already at descent. 1 hour into the stream, we're descending. That is great. That is a quick one. We are pretty much at night. At full-on nighttime. Got a lot of glow coming up from all the city lights or civilization lights from beneath the clouds. Very nice glow from the lights beneath us. It's look really cool. A lot of light pollution though, honestly. Is it a moonlit night, or I don't think we have the moon today, do we? No, we don't. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe we can give our aircraft a little bit more of exterior lighting just to make it more visible to us. So I'll go ahead and get that wing light and logo lights. I'll leave them on. Runway turn-off lights really shouldn't be on at this point, so I'm not going to turn that on. But I'll leave the logo lights on. Because why not, right? Logo lights and wing lights can go on. There we go. Runway turn-off lights are still off, alright. But I think the rest of the lights can be on here. Very nice. Beautiful. There we go. The day is long gone behind us. Got a beautiful view of the engine there. Lovely wing flex. Looking great. Yep. There's some great views here. Can't see much from this view. There we go. There we go. I don't need to save this in ChasePlane per se. We're having a gentle turn. You know what? It's time for us to get into the cockpit here. Oops, I forgot, didn't I? Yep, I did. Okay, let's descend quickly before it's too late. Let's ask our aircraft to descend here. Come on. Come on. No, you know what? Flight level change. Let's bring this thing really down here. And then VNAV it. Let's head down towards our final descent altitude of... what is it supposed to be? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at 3,000 is what I'm going for eventually. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down to 3,000. There we go. 3,000, and I'm gonna clear that message. So let's just see how the aircraft manages this descend into Leipzig. I've never landed into Leipzig at night. Auto brakes can go to position number 1. Leipzig is quite a long runway there. Passenger signs, I'm going to leave them off for the time being till we come down to about 10,000 feet here. Everything else looking good. Our nav radio, we need to confirm the frequencies of the nav radio we're going to land into. Seatbelts to on, please. No. Seatbelts can remain off till about 10,000 feet. Till about 10. For now, they're automatic. If there's a need, it will come on by itself. But once we dip below 10,000, that's when I like to turn on the seatbelts. So yeah, that's how I do things. Not someone to care too much about the passenger comfort. 26R nav radio. What are we looking at? ILS is supposed to be 111.30263. 261. Okay, that's fine. ILN. Okay, that's fine. We're looking good on our frequency for our radio. If we take a look at our data here, we're landing with 136 knot as our reference. Okay, QNH for landing. Our minimum is going to be... it is a little early to do minimums and stuff, but it's going to be radio 200. That's how I usually like to roll, so we're going to leave it at radio 200. The standard for this channel, to be honest. So yeah, it's a particularly fairly simple approach and not that much of no risky features or anything like that in the way, so I don't really need to worry too much. Okay, we're looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We're continuing on our descent down towards 3,000 feet until we come on about 10,000 feet. We've got nothing else to worry about here. So we can just go back to enjoying the views for now. Beautiful. If you guys are enjoying this stream so far, please don't forget to like the stream. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. Feel free to comment on some of my videos or even on this live stream. For all that matters, it does help. And consider subscribing to the channel if you are not a subscribed viewer. Feel free to say hello in the chats as well. We're friendly here at Fladanoob. So yeah, just a little bit of that. So do engage with the channel. We've been doing well for the past few days. Hope to keep the momentum going here at the channel. Now that I've got the simulator stabilized, I will now finally resume my planning for a cinematic video involving ChasePlane. So yeah, let's see how all of that comes together. As well as that, I am planning a flight on X-Plane 12 for you guys. We need to fly more X-Plane. X-Plane is cool. X-Plane is underrated and X-Plane is cool. So we're going to go and plan a few more flights on X-Planes for you guys to enjoy. That's happening as well. Stay tuned in for many more live streams to come. Yesterday there was no live stream because of technical difficulties. But that's not how the remaining days should go. Planning to live stream more than once a day now, so let's see. Particularly after Tuesday, I should be more available, so let's try our best to push on with streams. Help keep me motivated for that by smashing on that subscribe button and punching that like, so I know you guys are enjoying my content. So that goes a long way. Goes a long way. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Coming down through 25,000 feet. Not far to go into Leipzig here. Looking good. Oh, Mr. Anas, you had made a specific request. How dare I forget of taking a look at little nav map. So that's what I'm gonna do here for you. Forgot to switch it to nighttime there. My apologies. We did take off during daytime, but it's time to switch that nav bar to nighttime. Okay, so this is our remaining flight plan. We took off obviously from Amsterdam Schiphol. We flew along here. Now we are coming into Leipzig in Germany. Leipzig is a particularly interesting airport. We've got two parallel runways on either side of the airfield there. And on one side you've got all your major parkings, which are mostly cargo ramps and stuff like that. So Leipzig is I think one of the hubs of DHL Europe or something like that. Some major cargo carriers have their base here in Leipzig. I forget who exactly. We need to fly cargo here, as you can tell by the sheer number of cargo ramps here. And then in the middle here we've got a few large gates and GA parkings, and there we go, some heavy gates, not a lot, and some GA parking. So we need to be parking somewhere here today with our massive 777 jet. So we're landing into runway 26R, and then once we come in we take the exit probably somewhere here, and we're not gonna park ourselves here. We need to continue on our taxi and get ourselves in here. Okay, so our arrival is very simple at Kojak 11,000 feet all the way down, descending to DP429. As a matter of fact, let me insert the ILS here so we have a better ILS 26R right here. Insert that. There you go. This is what our approach is going to look like. From DP429 we're going to move in this way towards DP437 at 3,000 feet, and then from there we should expect to catch the ILS signals at Kosam, to around just a little after Kosam, 3,000 feet, and there you go. Alright, hope that makes sense and clears up all your doubts there, Mr. Anas. We're gonna put away little nav map for the time being because we don't need it. There we go. We're coming up on 20,000 feet, so let's use this opportunity to continue enjoying some cinematic views here as we continue our descent towards Leipzig. I just came back tonight. You just came back from where? The Code Ace? Where did you come back from? Looking beautiful. Looking gorgeous. Looking fantastic. Look at that. Oh yeah. There we go. That is what it's all about. Not tonight, tonight. Oh. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what you're talking about, Codes. I just came back tonight. What does that mean? What are you talking about, mate? Okay, a little bit of views there as we come in. Can't really make out any prominent feature per se. It's just typical European terrain beneath us at night. Sparse lighting here and there. We're yet to note anything particular on the ground. Alright, ahead of us I see some dense lighting, which I assume is a metropolitan area. Metropolitan area of, I don't know what exactly it's called. Should be a metropolis of some sort. Very nice. There we go. Lovely engine view there. Where are we at? What's our altitude? Altitude 16,000 feet. Still a bit more to go towards our 10,000. I'm not fast forwarding today's flight because we just want to enjoy it, right? So take our sweet time. Take our sweet time. Yeah, today is running a little late for me, so there won't be a second leg. I keep trying to get a second leg into the stream, but I just can't get it done. Timings just don't match up for me. Let me just, once I'm a little more free, we'll be able to do multiple legs though. Today it's not possible for me to squeeze in another leg. We are not going to make it from Leipzig to Gdansk today, which is why I didn't put it in the title or anything, because I wasn't too sure, and unfortunately today it's not going to happen. I do apologize, guys. I think I'll try my best in the coming streams to try and involve more and more legs, do a little more longer live streams. Usually my live streams are about 2 hours, under 2 hours, or maximum within 2 hours, but I'm trying to increase that to about 3 hours or up to 4 hours live stream. 3.5 hours is what I'm 3.5 to 4 is what I'm aiming for, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get free enough to pull that off just yet. But we will, don't you worry, as we push along for the channel, we will. Let's take a look at some cinematics. Like when I left to grab some groceries, you were flying in the day, but when I came back and you're flying at night. Ah, yes, you missed the Terminator line. We literally crossed over. We crossed over from day flying to night flying. We've left the day behind. As a matter of fact, I think you can still see... No, you can't anymore, but we could see some of the remnants of the sunset behind us. We went to get some groceries. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Speaking of groceries, you reminded me, after I conclude this live stream, I need to get myself some food. So I always wait till I'm reminded to eat food. It's a problem I have. I always forget about food. Just get myself into... Okay, where are we at? 10,000 feet? No, 11,000. Almost at 10,000 feet, so we're coming up. We're coming up on that. So yeah, it was a lovely flight. We literally flew into the night as far as... oh, what is going on here? Ah, there we go. Aren't you a little too high? No, man. We're not a little too high. Why would you say that, Mr. Runners? What makes you say that? I'm curious. What makes you say that? You always complain that we're too high. Why do you always say that? I'm curious. Why do you think we're too high? You can take a look at the flight plan and the FMC, not a problem. So I can show you that we're not too high. Okay, we're coming up on 10,000 feet anyway, so it's time for me to jump back into the flight deck here. That is what I'll do. Let's also clear out Mr. Anis's doubt. We're not too far from the destination. No, we're not. We're not too far from the destination at all. Oh, I know why you're saying that. Because on the overlay, on the nav bar overlay up there, it says distance to go. It shows like, I don't know, a few nautical miles, right? That's the distance as the crow flies. So we're literally passing our runway on the right. Like it literally passed us somewhere around here. Does that make sense? So we are passing right by the airport and turning back around. Exactly. It says 9 because we're very close to the runway. It's as the crow flies. Now you'll see that the distance will start increasing because we've just flown past the airport. If you take a look at our instruments here, we've just flown past the airport and the overlay will tell us that now we've got, you know, the distance will start increasing because we've flown past the airport. So no, don't worry about that at all. FMC message, drag required. Yep, we need to slow down. Let's go ahead and turn on our landing lights here. Runway turn off lights can come on. I like to leave those on. Well, I like to turn these on for final, so I'll leave these off for now. We're looking good. Let's reduce the range on that severely right here. And we've got vectors here, which I don't want to follow, so I'm going to do... Oh, sorry about that. Let's clear all of this. I don't want to do vectors, so I'm going to put that there. Execute it. There we go. That's how we're going to fly now. So let's see how this goes. Only problem I have with this aircraft is that sometimes it messes up. Like right now, I don't know why it's pushing its throttle up. Yeah, okay. Auto throttle, come back down, please. Cabin ready for landing. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mr. Auto Throttle, what are you doing? Oh, I need to disarm the auto throttle here. Let me pull back on the throttle. Let me slow this thing down quickly. Because what on earth was the auto throttle doing there? It's because I changed, made a little change on our FMC, and the auto throttle's like, no, I can't do that. You're making me confused. Okay, but anyway. We're looking okay. We're looking okay. I have to be careful here though. We need to be at 3,000 in about... Yeah, we can do that. It's not that difficult. Let's bring this back down here. Leave it armed. There we go. Let's put our auto throttle armed. Yes, it is. LNAV, VNAV. Okay, our runway heading at 200, and I'm going to leave it like this. But 260. There we go. We are looking good at the moment. Let's head back down here. We're awfully close to the ground now. There we go. Looking good. SkyDolly is going to be running today, but towards the end, not in the beginning. SkyDolly is only to be activated for final. Okay, altitude. We're looking okay on the altitude. Little under the ideal, apparently. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for reminding me, Mr. Rannis. Seatbelt signs on. Okay, every light is possibly on apart from the taxi lights and runway turn off for now. Good. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Che bellissimo. Isn't that bellissimo, ladies and gentlemen? It is bellissimo. I miss Italian. I should learn Italian again. Okay. We are looking good. What is going on here? Do I have visual? No. I think I can turn on my localizer now. I believe so. I believe I can turn on my localizer. If I'm not mistaken, I can. Je peux. Oui, je peux. Let's go ahead and turn on our localizer. And let's put our pressure to the local pressure. That will be 30.01, and that will get our aircraft to behave, hopefully. Okay, flaps is still fully up. I haven't yet bothered with that. There we go. We have visual of Leipzig, ladies and gentlemen. We got visual, and we really need to slow down now. Come on. 9 nautical miles away to our next slowing down in speed. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's check out some flyby views there as we head towards Leipzig. Check that out. Flying dead towards it now. Okay. Time for me to get back into the cockpit here. Localizer has yet to be... Okay, we're still quite far away from the localizer. So once we catch the localizer, we'll also try for the glide slope, depending on altitude. So yeah, once we capture the localizer, we'll be able to try for our glide slope. For now, though, we're just enjoying beautiful, nice and easy as we come into land. We're less than 10 nautical miles to go, right? Yeah, we're on 10 nautical miles. I think we are EDDP at 16 nautical miles. 15 nautical miles, okay, that's not too bad. Localizer has been caught, ladies and gentlemen. We can turn on our approach as well, because we can see that the diamonds are right there. It says 17 nautical miles to go. Yeah, that's fine. That's about accurate. That's accurate. Got about 14 left at this point. So yeah, it sounds about accurate there. Still waiting on glide slope. That's all. Let's put this on approach mode. Let's increase. Oh yeah, the range doesn't matter here anymore. The range here can go down to final 10 nautical mile there. And it's time for us to bring our flaps down, ladies and gentlemen. Slats down first. There we go, position number 5. We can't really see the flaps, can we? No, we can't. I can turn on the runway turn off lights right here now. There's not much visibility anymore, except for the engines there. Unfortunately, we can't really see much. SkyDolly, too early for SkyDolly. SkyDolly gets turned on after the gear drops. Let's put our flaps down to position number 15, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's drop our gear. Shall we drop our gear? Let's drop gear. There we go. Dropping gear. Dropping gear. There we go. Gear is down. Let's go back up here. Flaps down to full position required. Flaps 30. Let's just go flaps 30. I don't think you guys can see the flaps, but you can hear the noise. Okay, we're not that far away anymore from the runway at all. Glide slope is yet to be caught though. We should probably slow down. Yeah, we should slow down. Give it a second. Let the glide slope catch and then we'll slow it down. Okay, we're fully configured for landing, waiting for glide slope. Glide slope caught, 170. Let's bring that down to our reference speed today, 137.
2500.
Okay, let's put that there. Everything looking good. SkyDolly can be turned on now. SkyDolly recording, correct. There we are, ladies and gentlemen, 2500. Let's check it out as we come in. To land into Leipzig. There we go. Looking good there. Looking good there. Yep, looking good and nice and floaty there. Let's take a quick look at cinematic views here. Very nice and floaty. Check us out, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing well here. Any wins? I'm not too sure. We're gonna have to go back in and check. We are looking good as we come in to land over Leipzig. Look at that. Very, very nice. Let's check out some flyby views here. Nice and easy and slow. Let's check it out from the tower view at Leipzig there. Look at that. We can see ourselves coming into land. There we go. Alright, that was our last cinematic. We need to now come into the cockpit here. There we go. And we'll focus on landing from here. Still got some time for me to take manual control of the aircraft. Winds at 28 knots, but it's almost all headwind. So I don't know what the turbulence situation is like. It looks fairly stable for us, so we're looking good. We're in normal view now, about to land. Leipzig. Good luck. Well, thank you very much. The code is. Let's find out. 1,000. AP disengaged. My aircraft. I have control. Trim is okay. Although I need to be careful here. Flying in visually. Checklist incomplete. I don't care about the checklist right now, man. We're good. We're good to land. Ignore the checklist. 700, that's good. 750, 800 is a little too much. There we go, we're looking good. I don't want to crash into anything in front of the runway, so I'd rather be high than low. Because you never know, this is MSFS. Find a tall tree in the way. 500, copy.
400. 300. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Proceed. 100. Ignoring glide slope now.
50.
Ooh.
30. 20. 10.
Okay. Reverse thrust. Oh, reverse thrust does not work again. PMDG, I forgot about that. All right. Reverse thrust. Auto brake. What's wrong with auto brake? Oh, come on. Auto brake wasn't working for us. Damn, my bad. Okay. Off there. Yeah, that seemed like it was pretty tough, but I'm not entirely sure because I do have that effect running. I've got FSRealistic and the some camera shaking motion effects from ChasePlane as well. So let's see what the actual landing rate was before I can tell you whether it was tough or not, to be honest. Okay, so we're gonna have to check that out first. Okay, taxi lights on, strobe lights off, runway turn off. I'll leave them on. I'll turn these off though. Okay, there we go. Where are we? Okay, good. Flaps can go all the way up. Let me check the landing rate. I don't think that landing was as bad as it said. APU, we'll wait for APU. We'll wait for APU. Because I do not want the APU playing during landing replay, but okay. Let's do it. APU start. Go ahead. Oh god, this is why I don't like going overhead while taxiing, because I'll miss the taxiway there. Okay, whatever, it's fine. That down there, there we go, good. Let me check the landing rate. What was the actual landing rate here? It was minus 230. The landing rate was actually minus 230. So nothing too soft, nothing too bad either. It's minus 230, G-force of 0.94. That's what LFX is telling me. So yeah, it was not exactly a smooth landing. Let's find out how it went in SkyDolly, which we will run in just a second. Let me just go and park the aircraft back. Shall we do that? FD off. There we go. Auto throttle disarmed. TCAS back down to... Okay, TCAS back down to that right there. Good. Little early on the APU there, but that's okay. Everything else is pretty much done. There we go. Done, ladies and gentlemen, done. Okay, welcome to Leipzig. That was interesting, wasn't it? That was an interesting flight, to say the least. Oh, I'm on on cinematic mode here. We are going to continue our taxi. Let me give it a bit of throttle here. So we have a bit more speed. And we're going to find ourselves... It's a long taxi today, so hang in there. It's a long taxi in. So let's just switch to cinematic. Check us out. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, we have a bridge of some sort. Some sort of bridge that we are... It's some sort of overpass. We are going over there. Let's get this thing back in line, shall we? Good. Switch back to cinematic mode. There's that little overpass. Okay, let's turn off to our left and we'll find ourselves at one of these gates where we can make our parking, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, let's see how that goes. We'll ignore this right turn, we'll take the next one. We shall take the next one right here. There we go. Come on, brake. Ooh, that was not a good turn. Okay. Thank God I'm not a commercial pilot. I don't know, something about me. Not exactly the gentlest guy. Okay, let's see. Oh. Yeah, that landing was meh. A little out of practice already, huh? Where are the big gates? We've got too much traffic being injected, I'm telling you. I need to reduce the amount of traffic that's being injected by FSLTL. For the love of God, this is way too much traffic, man. We are gonna suffer in performance if there's this much traffic being injected. So, we've got heavy gates coming up. We can park ourselves at any one of these gates here, really. Can we fit in here? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm not too sure. I'm supposed to be able to fit in here. I'll take the next one. I'll take the next one, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We'll park ourselves into this one. Find out whether it actually fits. Okay. Yeah, I don't think so either, but it's supposed to be a heavy gate. Gate number 132. Yeah, we'll just get it in anyway. Let's see. Let me cheat a little bit. Have a look at it from the outside. Yeah, we're not gonna fit. We're gonna hit into some of these aircrafts for sure, but it's okay. Yeah, we're gonna hit into some of these. So I'll put it like, yeah, there's no way. I'll just leave it here. I'll leave it right here. Okay, there we go. We got our parking brake on. Everything is done here. And we've parked at a place where we don't really fit, per se. Maybe we should have stopped somewhere here. I was trying to avoid that, but that's okay. All that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at that landing replay. Let's see if it worked. Okay, SkyDolly is available, thank goodness. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look. Ignore my erratic and idiotic taxiing today. There we go, rewind it further. We came through here. We probably rolled off to the end of the runway. There we go. Okay, now we can check our landing replay here. Let's try number 1. Yeah, let's try number 1 somewhere from here. Let's play that. Alright. Wasn't the worst in the world, wasn't the best. Let's check out some flyby views here. There you go. It wasn't bad at all. Ignore the malfunctions. That's PMDG doing its thing. Well, the reason why it felt so bad is because we had that camera shake, the head shake. Right? The head shake, it's an effect. So it's okay. It's pretty realistic, I suppose. Let's check out this from the runway. Okay. Not too bad. Let's try that again from what view? Let's try some cinematics, why not? Red hot brakes, look at that. Due to the landing replay, by the way. Alrighty, now let's try out some more conventional views here. Right here, let's try this one. Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all, man. That wasn't pretty bad at all. It was actually pretty smooth. It's just the head shake effect is a little exaggerative. Or rather exaggerating, whatever you wanna say. Okay, now let's try from the cabin. This one or this one? This one or this one? Let's try this one from the cabin. Let's try this one first. There we go. We've got that camera shake effect, and that's the reason why it feels like that. You can feel the deceleration of the aircraft, everything. It's pretty cool. I like that. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Perhaps it's a little bit exaggerated. I'll work on getting it to a more acceptable level. Meaning perhaps if we go in here, if we go to our groups, if I go to this one, I can look at that intensity touchdown effect. You see that touchdown effect? I can make it a little bit down, you know what I mean? Like 0.9 maybe 0.8. I'll do the same with this one. Can do the touchdown effect maybe at 0.8. There you go. That should do it. Okay. There you go. Let's try this from this point of view. That's a weird point of view, don't you think? Yeah, let's try it from here. Let's go. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Got the deceleration effects there as well, so this one's not good for landing replay. Brilliant. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed those landing replays now. Let's go ahead and park ourselves. This is the deceleration effect. Because our brakes are still held. And once it's done, we should get back to normal. There we go. What's going on with the views there? Okay, anyway. Let's go ahead, take it back to the parking where we left it. A very erratic taxiing right there. Try to squeeze ourselves in here, that didn't work. And I think that's where we left it off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's now go ahead and shut down our aircraft, right? So let's do that. Let's do that. We've got APU running, which is great because we can just go ahead and shut down our aircraft like so. Oh, would you look at that? It's twisted. Landing gear is twisted there. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to GSX. Request deboarding, please. There we go. Engines are off. They're coming, shutting down themselves. There we go. All that is looking good. Speed brake is looking good. Good. Request ground power. Yes, why not? Let's go up here. Sorry. We can turn these off, we can turn that off, we can turn those off, we can turn that off, we can turn that off, we can turn that off. It's from the landing replay. Turn all of these off. We can put all of these to off. And turn that off, turn all of these to off. It was short and sweet indeed. Well, 1 hour 46 minutes. That was just our normal flight time usually. Those are off and done. What else? Let's switch to external power there. We can turn off our APU too. Emergency lights off. Thank you very much. That's all done. There you go. I think we are good on our overhead here. Yes, we are. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we can put that back there. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed today's little live stream. We are back from technical issues here on the channel, which is fantastic news, isn't it? So we're back from technical issues on the channel. Seems to have gotten back on track with that BIOS update. I will now go ahead and make some minor tweaks, such as get my DLSS version fixed up, as well as the drivers to the latest. And once all of that is done, I think we'll be ready to continue on tomorrow. X-Plane is coming soon as well. A400M, I promised you guys we're gonna do that A400M re-landing, right? So that's what's gonna happen next. Our next stream is going to be in Malaysia, where we're gonna take the A400M and we're gonna make sure we land it properly. Anas says that was fun. Hope to see much more of you. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much for being in the chat as well. Much appreciated. Once again, everybody who tuned into the chat, everybody who tuned into the live stream, particularly the Code Ace and A3 V1 Rotate 320. Anas, I appreciate all of you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in, and if you were a viewer, much appreciated as well. With all that said, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Check out the videos on the channel. Feel free to throw in suggestions, comments, etc. I shall catch you guys in the next one, and until then, have yourself a good day and bye bye.